Milton Friedman makes a very good point in his book, in which he picks up the theme of Adam Smith that the most powerful motivating force is self-interest. But he said it's also our interest in our children and our grandchildren. And this idea of making things better for ourselves is extended into the future through the oncoming generations. And all the way through this, from the very beginning, is the theme of education, that we must be an educated people. We cannot be a productive, original, innovative society if we aren't educated. And from the earliest times, the oldest written constitution still in use in the world today is the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, written by John Adams, a decade before our own national constitution was written, in which he says it shall be the duty of the government to educate everybody. And then he goes on to cite what they are going to get from their education. He talks about the arts and the sciences, but he also talks about trade, commerce, manufacturing, that we have to be an educated people. And every American wants a better education for his children and for his grandchildren. I think if we have a concern, those of us who really are seriously thinking about how we are going to compete and maintain our way of life in the world of the future, I know there are many who are extremely concerned about our decline in our understanding of our own history. And I am often stopped by people who have come here from China or Mexico or someplace else in the world to tell me that they're amazed how little history Americans have or understand about their own country. And of course, if we forget what our background is, then we begin to fail to understand who we are and why we are the way we are and where we might be going. General George Marshall, who to my mind is one of the great, most admirable Americans of the last 100 years or so, was once asked if he received a good education at the Virginia Military Institute. He said, "No, I didn't." And they said, "Why not?" He said, "Because we had no history." And we must understand our history. We must, as Adam Smith did, understand these ideas, these theories, these political and economic philosophies in terms of history.